Good morning, guys. Another day in paradise. You got to see our daily life here in the Philippines. And look, where's Greg. See what he's doing. It's early morning, Saturday. He already sprayed the scooter. And next is the truck. Hey, what are you doing?
Now I got my new toy. The truck will be cleaner than ever.
It's a beautiful day here in Darwin.
Remember the paint, Wilma? We spilled some paint here in the back of the bed.
Yes.
This is taking it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's strong enough. It's got a couple different nozzles, so I'm using the stronger nozzle for back here. But then when I do the paint area, I'll switch nozzles, so it's not so forceful on the paint. I already tried it out with my scooter. I cleaned my scooter this morning. I told you my vehicles will be cleaner than ever now that I got my power washer. But I switched to the lower PSI sprayer nozzle, and it cleaned it up real nice. But very happy that this is taking the paint off.
That's great.
Where I spilled paint in my bed.
Beautiful day. It's another day here in paradise. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning and done watering the plants. Takes about an hour and a half. So this is our daily life here, guys.
Hey guys, remember I had that gallon of the sealer, the clear sealer, and I said I was going to use that to seal the carport. So I'm going to go ahead and start that today. So step one is I bought myself a little electric blower, and I'm going to blow all the nooks and crannies here. And then once that's done, I'm going to power wash it, let it dry for 24 hours, and then I should be able to put a sealer on here and see how it turns out. So step one is to try to get the concrete as clean as possible. All right, I did my best with the blower to really try to get all the dust and all the nooks and crannies with the sand, get that out. So now I'm hitting it hard with the power washer. There's a lot of drips of paint, unfortunately. Black from the poles, white from the house. So I've been on my hands and knees for like the last 45 minutes using a scraper and scraping off the paint. I got most of it, and then the rest I can get with this. But I'm really going to do a real good power wash to try to get the concrete as clean as possible, because I don't want to seal in paint spots. So I'm trying to get most of them gone. But take a look at how good this works. Nice and clean. Now it's the waiting game. We're going to let this sit about 24 hours at least. Make sure it's good and dry. And then I'm hoping I can get 2 good coats of sealer on it tomorrow, which is Sunday. All right, here's the boss finally sitting in the shade, taking a much needed break. What time were you out there watering today?
6 o'clock.
6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. You're dedicated.
Well, you have to keep it alive.
Yeah, twice, you said twice a day early in the morning, and then once the sun starts setting for 30 days.
For 30 days, yes.
And then once everything's established, a good either first thing in the morning or after the sun goes down.
Yes.
Okay, makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead, just take a couple of minutes and show you the front of the house. You've been seeing the garden a lot, but Wilma did put in 3 plants into the ground herself in coating. So that's here in the front, right in front of the utility room. And then you can see what she's done is she's picked just potted plants that she had. Remember how many she had down there, and there's still more down there. You can see she's just put them in a nice row, and then she just waters them from here. So that's a real nice look. And you know, you guys have been talking about the different grasses we're going to put in. This is one of the areas that we're going to put in frog grass. And then look here in the front. I told you yesterday we got the big pots filled with dirt. But look how beautiful this is. Just seems like once Wilma got them in a larger pot, and I don't know if we told you, I think we did with the fruit trees, but every plant that they repotted, they put the dirt in and then a little bit of that fertilizer, and then mixed it all in and then put in the plants. So I don't know if the fertilizer takes takes root right away, but look how they're standing up so nice. Looks really healthy. All of them do look very healthy. Look at the colors. So all the way across the front, she wanted all the same type of pot here in the front, and she was looking for them to be brown to match the clay pots. Look at this one. Same type. Scooter got a real good wash this morning. So really like the power washer. Another one. All different varieties, all mixed in. So definitely it's coming together, guys, for sure. Truck is spotless. Power washed it, wiped it all down, inside and out. It's clean. And then over here, you guys saw the 5 different bushes that Wilma planted. I think that was the first day in between the rocks. But then she bought some additional ones, so she put 2 here. One smaller one here. And then across the back, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pineapple across the back. And then here's another area where we're going to be putting frog grass. So she's added some more plants on this side as well. And then my favorite part, I guess my favorite part is once the fruit trees start bearing fruit. But here's my favorite area. Really looks nice. She says these grow nice and tall and they'll be larger and round, so they'll fill in. And you guys know about pineapple, they get pretty good size. So coming down the side, really looking good. Another beautiful day. We got a bunch of expats meeting at a local resort this afternoon on Saturday. I think I've mentioned that to you guys before. I would say about once a month. Usually like Mark Thornton or a good friend of ours, Ali, they always coordinate a resort and say, hey, let's all meet up there. And we usually have lunch, and then there's usually a swimming pool, or you could swim in the ocean. Just get a chance to get out. Usually there's always a new expat or 2. And actually we invited one today as well. Again, no pressure, just hey, if you want to, if you're new to the area, you want to meet some expats, we're going to be at this resort at this time. So it's a real good time. So we'll be heading out this afternoon to that event. I usually don't video them because that's just personal time. And then same thing here, guys. Coating did a nice job. She used a lot of this topsoil for the pots, especially the big clay pots. Got all the stones out. And then now this is ready for frog grass. So that's another project. So definitely things is moving in the right direction. And come up, look at the scooter. Absolutely spotless. So the boss is finally on a Saturday, long hard week, relaxing. Tomorrow it's going to be my day to be busy, because I'm going to seal the part of the carport, try to get 2 coats down. So Wilma's going to take it easy, and I'm going to be trying to see how we can seal the carport. All right, today is Seal Coat Sunday. So you guys know the sealer that I use. This is not bad. It's the same type of sealer that I used here. But what we're doing out here, as you guys know, we're just sealing the concrete. We're not going to put any paint like we did with the dirty kitchen and then sealed on top. We're just cleaning the concrete real good. So you saw that yesterday. Power washed this like 3 times. And then used a grind wheel, and then manually just got down and went around and got all the paint drips that was on here and got them cleaned up. So it's as clean as it's going to get. So now I'm going through, and I think I'm going to do 2 coats. So I did just a few here. You can see it's a little darker. You can see how we're really putting it on the edges. And it goes on white, but then it dries very, very quickly. So you can see the difference between what I just did and what I haven't done. So it goes on pretty good. I mean, this is raw concrete, so it's definitely going to soak in the clear coat much more than here that already had 4 coats of paint on the concrete. So this went on very, very easy. This is going on a little more difficult just because it's raw concrete. But I think it's going to go a long way to, just seal it up, help with stains, keep the dust down. So I think it's going to work out really good. So I did this area here, and you can see I just barely used part of the gallon. So I'm going to have to figure out how many gallons to do 2 coats. I cleaned about 1/3 of the carport. So I'll do that calculation and know how many gallons that I need. Now, we did run down to City Hardware yesterday, and I picked up another gallon. So I actually have 2 gallons of this. So what I'll end up doing is probably, today is Sunday, during the week, I will go ahead and, power wash the rest of the carport and try to get the carport done this week. But I'll show you what it looks like once I get the whole area complete. All right, so I'm putting it on pretty thick. And like I said, I'm going to put 2 coats on it. So see how it goes on pretty white? And that's helpful, so you can really see it go into the concrete. So just working it in, trying to get it the same spread over the concrete, not to have one area have more than another area. But this stuff dries very quickly. I mean, it's dry to the touch within an hour. And what I usually do, and what I plan on doing today, is getting the first coat on and then let it sit that hour and then come right back and do a second coat and then just let it dry overnight. And it actually is tacky for about 3 days. That's what I learned from doing the dirty kitchen. It was tacky for at least 3 days. So we just got to make sure we stay off it. But the first coat is the one that really soaks in, and then the second coat that I'm going to put on really makes it shine. So you can see it has a little white hue to it, but look at over here. I did that about 15 minutes ago, and that whiteness goes right away. But you can see a difference between here and here. It's already starting to get that shine look, and it really looks good after the second coat's applied. Okay, so this area here, you can clearly see the difference where I put the sealer. See where this is just raw concrete, and then this is where it's been sealed with the first coat. Took me about 30 minutes to do this area. I did a pretty heavy coat. You can still see it's a little white in some areas where it went on, I guess, a little extra thick. So I'm going to do something different around the pool. So I went and got a different type of paint. So this is what I used for the dirty kitchen. This brand. Now this happens to be a clear sealer, which is this. But I also have the clear sealer on this, as well as this product, a water-based multi-seal paint, which was that light beige. So I told you guys I wasn't going to go back to this brand. I was going to try something different around the pool area. So I'm going to try this. It's a 2-part epoxy. So I've been calling this epoxy, and it's actually not. It's just a water-based multi-seal. It's a concrete paint with a sealer. This is actually an epoxy, so it's 2 parts. So you can see this is the actual hardener. And then this is the actual color. I picked, it's a primer in gray color. So we're going to give it a shot, see what it looks like. It's a little cheaper. You can see that this is $15.60 a gallon. This was $13.40, with the 2 parts. So you have to mix, this gallon with that hardener and then go to town on it. So we're going to start with a primer gray, and then we can decide what color top coat we can use. Now, I was going to get the top coat gray today, and they did not have it. Out of stock, sir. So then we drove all the way to Cebulan. Out of stock, sir. So I just went ahead and just got 1 gallon of the prime coat, and we'll see what it looks like. And I guess I can choose a different color. They do actually have a similar color as the pool color blue, that I could use around the patio. So there's another option, but I don't know if I want that much blue. We'll probably end up going with the gray. But I did say I was going to try something different, so we're going to go ahead and give this a shot, test it out, and see if we like it or not. So I think that's all I'm going to do for today. Just one coat, and then tomorrow I'll put the second coat on.